Yeah. Breezecast episode 20. Back at you. You know what time it is, y'all. What's going on? Your main man DJ Cool Breeze. Follow me at Book Cool Breeze on Twitter and on Instagram at Book DJ Cool Breeze. Had to come holler at y'all. You know what's up. We staying consistent. That's the motto. Stay consistent. If you a boxer and you start boxing at a young age and you stay consistent with it and you stay dedicated to your craft, it's a possibility that you could become a champion if that's what you want and if you work hard enough for it. With this podcasting, you got to stay consistent and keep bringing the content. So even if it's a day where I got 3 gigs and whoop and got to cut some grass, I'm still going to bring the podcast to you. So that's what we doing, y'all. Let's get into it, man. Make sure y'all follow me on Instagram at Book DJ Cool Breeze. All right, my other Book Cool Breeze page, it got hacked a couple years ago, and I've been trying to get it back, but trying to get your page back on Instagram is like futile because Instagram has no customer service. You can make a complaint and they'll act like something gonna happen, but don't nothing happen. I'm like, if they had a customer service department where you could be like, hey, my page got stole. How do you know? My pictures is on it. You know, whatever information you need me to give, I can give you. That's my page. But they don't do nothing. It's nobody you can contact. You can't even call nobody at Instagram and be like, hey, that's terrible. And I was gonna save it for later, but while we talking about it, like speaking to that, like threads. Any of y'all still got threads? Ain't nobody messing with the threads no more? I don't even remember exactly what it was. Something about it was like supposed to replace Twitter. Like we ain't gonna have Twitter no more. We gonna have threads. And just a little information with this mess. It's a wrap, man. Threads took 5 days to reach 100 million subscribers when it first launched earlier this month. But now half of them haven't kept using the app, right? And then although Meta is working on new features to help hook users in and keep them coming back, people still not messing with it. And I remember the thing was, if you downloaded that, you can't like undownload it from your joint. So it's like it's on there. So if you got it, you got it. It ain't nothing you can do. That was made me say I don't want it. I was like, I don't want that. Cause you go for the trend, it's the new app. Everybody gonna be on it. Just like Clubhouse. Clubhouse is still going down, but I never got onto it. I can say maybe I had like 3 conversations on Clubhouse. And it's just like, I'd rather be doing other stuff than sitting on my phone having a conversation. I'd rather be, I don't know, recording a podcast or making a mix or playing a little Zelda, something. Or having a conversation with somebody face to face as opposed to sitting on Clubhouse. But that's just me. I'm an 80s baby. We used to play outside. You feel me? But yeah, I'm glad I didn't get on. I was like, I'm cool. I'm not going to just jump on the trend or the fad or whatever. It's a new app. Let's get it. It's going to replace Twitter. I still like Twitter. It's cool to me. It's a forum where you can say what you like, what you want, and it's kind of a soundboard for the most part for me, because a lot of people don't even know I got one. But I do say it on here. But a lot of people don't know I got one, and I just go on there and just kind of vent. Inspirational quotes, what's going on, insights, outsights. That's a new word. But yeah, so I'm glad I didn't get down on it. And I mean, it just go to show, man, be who you are. Don't be a follower. Just because they say it's a new app, you got to get it. You don't have to get it, y'all. Even like with the Snapchats and what else? I know a lot of people still use Snapchat. I tried, but it's too much stuff. If I want to post one thing, I got to post it on Facebook. Then I got to post it on Instagram. Then I got to make a different post for Snapchat. I know they probably changed it now where you can probably do it easier, but that was my hassle. Like, dog, come on, man. I just want to post real quick. By the time I posted, it ain't even funny no more. You feel me? So, whatever. I'm glad I didn't get down. If you did, man, I'm mad that you can't erase it. But moving on to something more serious, Bronny James, man. My man, Bronny James. This past week he was hooping at USC, and he had sudden cardiac arrest. All right, let me just double check to make sure, because it's a difference, between having, because people were saying he had a heart attack. He had a heart attack, and I'm like, no, that's not a heart attack. Is when you not getting oxygen back to your heart, I believe, and then, obviously if your heart not getting oxygen, it's gonna be like seize up, so. That's that part. But he had sudden cardiac arrest, and that's basically where your heart just stopped. Luckily, they was at USC, and they had the proper equipment to treat him. So, because, your heart, if your heart not going and you're not getting oxygen to your brain and stuff like that, it can be very, very severe, when it comes to what can happen. You know what I'm saying? Like brain damage, you can have damage to organs. So thankfully they was at USC and they had the proper equipment to help him before the ambulance came. Because usually when stuff like this happens, the thing is they don't get to the hospital quick enough and get the treatment, and then the damage is done. You know, so thankfully they had the proper equipment, and I'm just happy for him. That's dope. That he's okay. He's out the hospital, moving around. Shout out to LeBron. He had the post and just was thanking everybody for their concerns. But that's scary, and this is something that affects a lot. Disproportionately affects young black men hooping and playing ball, and it's crazy. Like, every culture plays sports, but like in the black community, basketball is more than just a sport for some of us. It's a way out. And not to mention, it may be something that's your passion that you love doing that brings you joy. And for being able to do it and then have a sudden cardiac arrest, that's scary. That's scary. I play in my sports days. I remember seeing a couple people pass out. I remember seeing a couple people get their arms broke. Broken arms, broken legs. I had to have surgery in high school. I had a torsion. Yeah, look it up. But from stretching. But I was okay. I made it. Yeah, it's just scary, man. So I'm just glad he okay. I know it's gonna be a second before he's playing basketball, running around and stuff like that again. But I hope that he can get back to it and that it's nothing. The doctors can clear him and he can be okay. Cause the thing about it is though, he's LeBron James' son, obviously, so he has other options. He doesn't have to play basketball, but if that's his passion, I'm like, you want to play. So I just hope he can get all the way well and get cleared and be able to continue his journey. Cause I ain't gonna lie, I do want to see him play with his dad. I do want to see him suit up and play with his dad. That just would be dope to me. So LeBron, Bronny, get better. And let's not mention his brother cold too. I can't think of the other brother name, but the other brother, he cold too. So be on the lookout, y'all. So shout out to LeBron James. Shout out to Bronny James. Glad you okay, brother. And keep on recuperating. Taking it from the NBA, we're going to go, here's the NBA, and I'm going to say, this is the Breezecast, episode 20, brought to you by DJ Cool Breeze, Coalition DJs, and Crud Inc. And you can follow me on Instagram at Book DJ Cool Breeze and on Twitter at Book Cool Breeze. I'm on Facebook at Cool Breeze too, all right? And this is streaming on all platforms, and we on YouTube at Book Cool Breeze. So you ain't got no choice. You can catch it anywhere on your phone, catch it at the crib. We got smart TVs. You can watch it on the TV, literally. You know what I'm saying? Like away from your computer or on the computer. So do what you do, man. Check me out, man. Just up here showing love and just talking some real stuff to y'all, man. The world is so crazy nowadays. Man, let's just have some real conversation and laugh and joke, and remember what's serious, like don't forget it, and don't take it lightly. Like the stuff with the aliens, like, man, I ain't even gonna get into that, but that's crazy. The alien stuff, like, wow. But I mean, how could y'all all these years and you're telling me, the way they be saying stuff and you see videos and stuff, like it wasn't never nothing and y'all didn't know nothing. And they be saying art imitates reality or art imitates life. All these X-File shows and conspiracy series shows, whatever, it's clever, man. I just hope they don't be on no blow up the world type vibes. How about that? But in any case, let's keep it moving. We went from the NBA to what the show is. We took a quick detour and talked about aliens. And now we're going to go to NFL, all right? Saquon Barkley. Last week we talked, I had my man John on here. Shout out to John. We was talking about the NFL and the running back situation and how they not getting paid. Like the position is devalued as a whole, and they just don't be wanting to pay these guys, regardless whether they carrying the ball 420 times. And it's to the point in NFL where if they know they're going to get as much as they can out of you, franchise you a couple times, and then throw you to the curb. Straight up. And it's known that this is what the practice is. And even looking at the fact that you can get franchised 4 times as a running back, before you can get to your big contract. And by the time it's ready for you ready for your big contract, they like, oh, you 29, you old. Throw him to the curb. The running backs had a Zoom call meeting with Austin Eckler, Nick Chubb, Saquon Barkley, who else? I don't think Dalvin Cook was on there, but all some running backs from the league, top tier running backs. RMC, Christian McCaffrey, right? CMC. I'm thinking about RMC Mike. CMC, Christian McCaffrey, duh. But all of them was on the conference call, and they was just talking about the state of the running back situation and getting paid and this and that. And everybody, they didn't necessarily come up with nothing, but they, the first thing is to bring it to the table and talk about it, right? Cool. Talked about different things and what they should do, and didn't really come out with a concrete plan, but you started the talks, and that's a good thing. The next day, Saquon Barkley signed a deal with the New York Giants. They gave him $2 million up front, but still only $11 million total, which is $1 million more than he would have got if he had just signed the franchise tag. I was baffled. I was befuddled when I saw that. I was like, dang, y'all just had the meeting and you signed that. The only thing you got $2 million up front. I don't think Saquon is pressed for money. He had the dope contract when he started. It was like $26 million guaranteed. So, what's up? But he took the contract, and it's not a great contract. It's incentive laden, basically, to where he got to reach certain benchmarks to get the money. And it's like, at the end of the day, let's say he got somewhere he has to get 100 receptions, maybe, let's say. Or let's just even say 75 receptions. I think, let's say last year he averaged 95 receptions. They like, this year you got to get 95 again. All they got to do is just be like, oh, we just not going to throw him the ball. You know what I mean? And then he could have 90, and they be like, don't throw him the ball no more. You know what I'm saying? And that could happen. I've heard of that in the NFL where they know you close to hitting a benchmark and then will not let you get it. Especially if you getting that benchmark is dependent on somebody handing you, passing you, giving you the ball, period. So it's stuff like that. If they make the playoffs, he get a bump. Of course, it's Super Bowl and stuff like that, but I don't think the Giants are going to the Super Bowl. And then just the ugly thing about it, man, they paid Daniel Jones, and he's a serviceable quarterback, but he's not worth the money that he's getting. I don't think. He could have easily just got, instead of getting, I don't know, I think he's getting like 20, 30 million a year. Man, whatever, it's clever, man. But they paid him. They paid the offensive tackle, too. He got stupid money. The left tackle, that's the protecting the blind spot of the quarterback. And, I mean, if he don't do what he do, Saquon can't do what he do. So, I mean, I get paying him, too. But, damn, Saquon just said he want, like, $13 million a year, for a year. I'm like, y'all could just do that real quick. Or 16. That's how much, like, CMC is getting. But it's crazy. He signed the contract, and it just kind of set him back because that's exactly what you didn't want, because that contract is wiggity whack. And it's just a shame. Like, y'all making all this money, and y'all don't want to pay this guy. Like, I get the business part. Running backs, it's a position where you're going to get smashed and smashed and smashed. You're getting tackled, hit hard every play. It's a very taxing position on your body. But with the way it's set up, you got to be 3 years in college. All that wear and tear. And then when you get to the league, you got to play, 3 or 4, I think it's 5 years on your rookie deal. You know what I'm saying? Or 3 years on your rookie deal before you can get to the big contract. So it's just like, you done tore it up in college to get to the NFL. And then you get to the NFL and you tear it up and you prove that you can get it. And then after that, what do? They tell you that, you too old and you end up going off a cliff and we can't pay you. I get the business part. Because the running back position, I've seen it where, the running back, they pay him and then things don't go well. I've seen it, man. Sean Alexander, David Johnson, Le'Veon Bell. He didn't get the contract. If he had stayed in Pittsburgh, he would have got a bigger contract. I said that, but you seen it. So, Saquon, it's going to be interesting. The NFL is a business, and they treat the people like products. And this is a prime example. So, man, I just hope that brother can keep playing this for a few more years, stack his money, and then be out the way. That's what I be hoping for all NFL players, for real, and get out the way. Next up, moving on to some movies. They clone Tyrone on Netflix. You gotta watch it. As a black person, you definitely have to watch it. As a white person, you should watch it too, just to be like, wow, But you should watch it. It's a great movie. My man John Boyega. It kills me that they always get the guys from the UK to play hood black guys. I'm like, why you can't just get a black guy from the hood, to play like in Snowfall to play Franklin Saint. You could have got a brother from Crenshaw or somewhere, a trained actor. He could have did it too. Cause it killed me when you see him in an interview. They be like, a spot of tea and some crumpets. You know what I mean? You be like, and he was just on the thing talking about like on some hood stuff, but whatever, man. The movie is good. Make sure y'all check it out, man. Jamie Foxx in it. My man John Boyega. The young lady that's in it, I like her too. I wrote her name down because we do research. Tiana Paris, great actress, man. Beautiful chocolate lady. She did a great job. Like, she was just more than just comic relief. Like, she had a big role. I just liked how she was just trying to get stuff done. She was like, no, this ain't about to go down because I want more than what's going on, more than this and more than that. Like, the good movie, man. They poisoned the food and had all the black folks tripping. Like, all the people was eating that goddamn chicken and was in there just laughing and just not giving a damn. Then they put the stuff in the hair products. So the black woman will be like, I need to do this and I need to do this. Then they get the perm and be like, I'm just gonna chill. And make them like docile and not trying to do nothing because of the perm stuff. And it was like they was conducting experiments on people in the hood. And of course, black folks in the hood. And then they had clones that did the same thing, represented the same shit to keep everything going. And they was cloning people. I'm not gonna give the whole movie, but watch it. They clone Tyrone, man. Watch it. And I mean, the way stuff be going nowadays, you hear stuff about some clones here and there. You know they've been messing around with that stuff, so I don't know. I really don't. But watch this movie. It makes you think about some things and look at things differently. So I would say when you get a chance, it's on Netflix. Check it out. They cloned Tyrone. Jamie Foxx is in it. They was talking about they cloned Jamie Foxx because after he got sick and all that stuff like that, man. But one time for all the condescending black folks, they be like, you didn't get the movie. You ain't woke. It's too late. And they try to make you feel stupid because you may not, because of, your opinion on the movie, because you may not have seen what they saw. Chill out. All right. That's the opposite of what this movie is about. Because the movie is really about unity, unifying. They unified against the people that was cloning people and did what they did. Even with the dude, the whole thing, it's about unifying everybody, making everybody the same. You know what I'm saying? So for you woke people, it's woke. They're woke. We be using this word too much. Just for I'm gonna use a different term for you. Afrocentric people. You wear dashikis, you got natural hair. Cool. You use black soap. Stuff like that, you know what I'm saying? You eat sea moss every morning. I like to have some sea moss too. But I'm saying, you know what I'm talking about. It's a certain sliver of black folks who they think everybody's stupid, And it's like, I get that you read some things and stuff like that, and that you watched the movie and you saw the symbolisms and things that they were trying to messages they were trying to project. But instead of beating your brothers and sisters on the head because they didn't get it as quick as you do, help them and just be like, hey, have a conversation instead of being on Facebook talking about you dumb Negroes. Y'all don't get the thing. My people, this and that. Like, how you wasn't going to expect somebody to listen to you when you come at them like that? The easiest thing to do is just be like, what you say? Just like that. Like, what's the point? I don't want to hear what you got to say. You already think I'm stupid, so what's the point? So, y'all, just watch the movie, and if you want to share your opinions with somebody, do it in a way that's uplifting, where you're bringing them in, not standing on a soapbox looking down at them like, you dumbass, you didn't get it the way I get it. That ain't it, y'all, okay? But in any case, watch the movie, y'all. It's off the chain, man, for sure. I got my little notes, man. What else did I say? Oh, and they shot the movie on film, and it gave it a different look. I did like the way it looked. Kind of remind me of Miami Vice a little bit. Because they shot that differently on a different type of camera. But they shot this on film, and it gave it like a dark look, and then a dark look with the lights and stuff they had, like when they was down in the underground part. It was sweet. So, hey, man, watch it. There's so much bull on TV and stuff nowadays. This is something that'll actually make you think. And I heard some people say it's slow and blah, blah, blah. Whatever. I was watching it the whole time, like, all in. So, hey, man, to each his own. Last week, we talked about the scamming dude, right? Punch made Dev. So, he made the scamming song detailing how to scam, how to do bank fraud. Like, Then he went on somebody else's YouTube show, and I was just peeping game. He was like, we doing this for educational purposes. This is not to teach you how to break the law. This is for educational purposes, so you won't get scammed. I was like, loophole. Because I'm like, the dude YouTube page seemed like that he would be in trouble too. But anyway, he was on there and he gave all the sauce. Even went to an ATM, withdrew 6 bands or something like that. Talking about how he do it and this and that, him and a couple of his homies. Of course, the feds gonna get on you. Because he was basically just self-snitching, him and his whole little crew. But the thing was, he had online where you could buy his sauce, like his method to getting his money. You could buy this method. It was $200. If enough people, a small percentage, like let's say let's say he got, if he got 1 million followers or whatever, let's just say a small percentage of people get it, right? It was like 1/8 of a percent. I forgot, man. I was watching the video, but basically, he's scamming the scammers because he got the sauce, and then you pay the $200, and you like, bet I can turn this $200 into infinite amount of money, and you buy it, and he got your $200, and then if it don't work or whatever, who you gonna tell? You're not gonna tell the police I'm a scammer and I got scammed. You gonna keep that to yourself. So really, he's scammed and then scammed the scammers. Like, deep. It's deep. So he and then with the other stuff, if it's no evidence of you doing it, like, you know what I'm saying? Besides the video, I guess. But you gotta look into it, man. The dude, he been scamming scammers though. And that's the play, because they can't tell nobody. You know what I'm saying? But hey, this the world we live in nowadays, man. Rappers rapping about scamming and then scamming other scammers. It's kind of brilliant, but hey, to each his own, man. Moving along, Breezecast episode 20, the Barry Sanders episode. Yeah. Jess Hilarious, man. They've been tripping on her this week because of her transgender comments. She went on a rant. And Jess Hilarious, she be on the Breakfast Club. She doing her thing. Dope. She funny. She get her jokes off sometimes. I'm not the biggest fan, but I just found this interesting. Like, she went on her transgender rant on Instagram, responding to a trans TikTok creator, Blessing Rose. All right. She took umbrage when the comedian and internet star said that cis women don't own womanhood or periods. And cis, I gotta look that up. I forgot. Somebody told me what that was. Cis woman. Let's just we can that cisgender is a term that's used to describe people whose gender identity matches the sex that they were assigned at birth. For example, someone who was assigned female at birth identifies as a woman, cisgender woman. Got you. So that's, you were born a woman and you identify as a woman. You born a man, you identify as a man. Now, transgender, that's when you born a man and then you decide that you a woman now. And the girl said that cis women don't own womanhood or periods. And that's tough. No, they don't own it, but you as a man who became a woman, you not a woman. Like, you can wear the clothes, you can get the surgery if you want, and whatever else you want to do, but you're not a woman. You're not. And there's nothing wrong with that. It's okay. Like, you can do all of that, but you're never going to be able to have a baby, and you're not going to have a period either. So cut it out. You're not a woman. You can dress up and you can act like and have your clothes like and makeup like and whatever, but you're not a woman, and that's okay. You can just be transgender, like you said. But they change that all the time. It's the A, B, C, D, Q, T, D. And do what you do, for real. But it's to a certain extent, man. Like, you can have your cake and eat it too, because what's the point of having cake if you're not going to eat it, right? But you can't have everything exactly how you want it, like your way, where the whole world dances to your beat. Like, I'm going to do exactly what you want me to do. It doesn't work that way. Everybody's different. And you can't get mad because she said what she said. And then she was coming from a place like, who the fuck is going to stand up for us? And us, I mean real women, biological women. When does the delusion stop? What is the difference between a trans person and someone who has been diagnosed to be mentally insane? The only difference is you don't have a straitjacket on. Interesting. Like, come on, like, you're not a woman, man. And let women have that. Like, can't they just be that? You got the transgender thing. That's its own thing. And they mad at Jess Hilarious. I wonder if she's gonna be on the radio on Monday morning. I'm gonna make sure I look into that. And then she even went on to say if a white comedian with a following of 5 million people posted a similar rant on Instagram, the backlash might have been enough to incur a late apology. But trans issues get far more dicey in the black community, despite the fact that transgender people of color, especially trans women, are far more likely to be murdered or experience violent attacks, according to the National Survey from Pew Research. Now that's sad. That's sad. My first thought, I'm not gonna say that. I'm just gonna say this. You can love who you want to love. For sure. Like, you can love who you want to love. You can be who you want to be. But to be who you want to be, and this is coming from a black man, like, to be a black man, it's like not consequences. It's things that come with it that you're not going to like. And as a transgender person, it's things that's going to come with it that you're not going to like, because everybody's not going to be accepting. Everybody's not going to understand, just like being a black man. Everybody's not going to be accepting. Everybody's not going to understand what you got going on, how you feel, how things make you feel. They're not gonna know, and they're not gonna care to know. So I just say, man, bottom line, if you're a transgender person, you're not a woman. You know what I'm saying? If you just not, because you can't do what women can do. You know, let's let biological women, just let them be who they are. You know, you don't have to take everything. Like, even this past weekend with the Beyonce concert, shout out to my homie Marv Neal. The dudes outdressed the women. My man had to joke about that. He's like, y'all let these dudes outdress y'all. All the silver and all the wild outfits. I was like, man, it's going down. Whoa, you know, like, I just don't know. You can be who you want to be, and the consequences of that, you know, like, some men look at the guys with those outfits and be like, whew, you know, so. And other people praise them. The women praise them. Like, gone, what they say, eat or whatever. And that's cool. But you dressing up like a woman don't make you a woman. Straight up. And if you was a woman and you dress up like a man, that don't make you a man either. So that's all I'm going to say. They shouldn't be tearing Jess Hilarious up like that. Because, I mean, she's a real woman. Biological woman. And especially as a black woman, so many things have been taken from them. Respect, you know, like all types of stuff. So, man, we can't even have our womanhood. We can't even just, you know, own that. So I understand where she's coming from. So I don't know, man. Let's talk about it and try to come out on the other side of the conversation better than we were before. Okay? How about it? Getting mad at everybody and canceling people, that's not the play, you know? And then I gotta go. We ain't did a Tubi movie of the week in a minute. And Tubi been crazy. Especially since with the writer's strike and stuff going on. Like, all these Tubi movies is going crazy. And a lot of these Tubi movies is from Detroit. This movie here, If I Can't, shout out to Mina Monroe. This is produced by her company, like Mina Monroe Films or something like that. But that's what the one thing I noticed at the beginning. It was produced by her company. And she wrote, I want to say direct and produced it, you know? The story was good. I'm mad at one person in the movie, though, in particular. Besides my man who was whooping everybody's ass, whooping her ass and stuff. And then the one part in the bathroom, he was like, ah, ah, ah. I was like, dang, bro, you don't give a damn, huh? So that was so bad. Like, you should have been left him after he slapped you upside your face in the car. You know what I'm saying? But whatever, man. That whole part, the woman going back to the terrible dude that was beating her down and stuff like that, I hated that part. But the mama in the movie, the mama at the beginning when she first met the dude, she was like, no, like, I don't like you, what you do, I don't know what you doing with my daughter, blah, 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 y'all moving too fast trying to move in, and blah, 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 blah. And was real mean to him, like, no, I ain't having that shit, right? And then, like, later on in the movie, in the middle, she was like, you need to give him a chance. He done changed his ways. He ain't whooping people. He ain't gonna whoop your ass no more. Or he ain't gonna, you know what I'm saying? He ain't gonna do that to you no more. None of that. I'm like, mama, that's a whole 360. You supposed to support your daughter. I think any mama, after your daughter get beat up by some dude, it's over with. Like, you can't talk to, no. If the mama see him, she gonna shoot him. You dig? But then she switched back at the end, you know, and then was, but switched back at the end, but could have shot him, but didn't. She came outside, had him in the trigger, in the sights, could have did it. But whatever. The mama got on my nerves. Another thing, my man's dog. He played the shit out of that role. I give him his props. Like, on a scale of 1 to 5, I'm gonna give him a 4. Like, it was great acting. He did a good job. You know, there was a couple parts I was like, but I'm gonna give him a solid 4 out of 5. 4, even 4.5 out of 5. Like, good job. You know what I'm saying? Just a couple little things, couple of them parts. He was like, I should have reshot that part. But whatever. The movie dope overall. Like, good shit. You know, I don't have to reshoot shit. That's just me talking a little shit. But good acting, man. Everybody did great. Mina and her voice, I love it. What else? I know that neighborhood over there in Southfield that they shoot all the Tubi movies at. I know they like, damn, can we get another neighborhood to shoot in? Because I'm tired of seeing a couple of these houses that they always show in every Tubi movie from Detroit, man. That one crib with the glass in the front and shit and the circle driveway. And and then that neighborhood they be in, man. They always show that crib. And then you in Southfield, my man talking about, oh, man, I got my gun. You know this the hood. We in Southfield, brother. We're on 12 Mile Road and near Greenfield. That's Berkeley. But we over here in this area, man. 12 Mile in Southfield. Chill, man. It's okay. If something happened, the police will be on your ass over here so quick, please. So they was killing me. Southfield ain't the hood. But it's cool. Because people who not from here are going to be like, Southfield is the hood. Whoa. You know what I'm saying? Like, cut it out, man. But it's whatever, though. But, man, make sure y'all watch that movie, man. Good movie. Great acting. You know it's a Detroit movie. I love it. You're going to see somebody that you know doing their thing. So support them. You dig? And as always, make sure y'all go get that Giraffe Print album going crazy. Denver Song is number 10. And that's my jam. Okay? And shout out to the joint with Slim the Pack, the lifestyle. They go, matter of fact, you can just put it on and Cool Breeze parts. You can just go 8, 9, 10, 11. All bangers. But then Giraffe Print, Running Laps, Another City. Oh, man, Long Way from 7 Mile. The whole album. Just listen to it. Go stream that whole thing, man. Shout out to my brother Slim. He still got the project out there with Jay Worthy. Always, always. Make sure y'all go stream that. Those are my guys. Shout out to Coalition DJs. You know what it is, man. I got 2 gigs today. I got to go do a birthday party and then a block party in the evening because it don't stop. Then tomorrow we got to do a graduation party and a comedy show because it don't stop. And then next week is the Summer Bash 3.2.5. Anyway, we had the Summer Bash the other week and we like had it low key. Now we're going to have the big joint with the big stage and all that stuff. So shout out to 420 Golf. I'm going to wear my golf shirt next week too. But we doing it. So, man, it's a beautiful day. Get out there and do something good with yourself, man. Ain't nothing like summertime in the D. And we right in the middle of it. Pretty well, in the middle going toward the end now because it's about to be the end of July. But ain't nothing like summertime in the D. The things that we can do, the places that we can go, the energy that's in the city. You did? So let's enjoy this last month. We know summer really ain't going to end until like October. You know how it is around here. So let's enjoy this last official month, you know, of summer and stuff like that. Get out on the water. Go down to Hart Plaza for a festival. Go to somewhere and eat outside one time. And, man, just enjoy this air. And quit complaining about it being damn hot. All right? Dang. Y'all complain about everything. When it's cold, oh, it's too cold. Now it's hot. It's too hot. It's hot. It's something else. Like, y'all don't better chill out, man. Grow up, guys. Your main man, DJ Cool Breeze. Follow me on Instagram at Book DJ Cool Breeze. And on Twitter at Book Cool Breeze. And, hey, man, shout out to Coalition DJs. Crud Inc. Shout out to all my brothers and sisters. You know what it is. It's all love. Always, always.